Hello guys, nice to see you again, and this is the next lesson that I decided to make in content marketing field. Since I have lots of experience in this field and I'm kind of basically able to provide you with some personal information, with some personal experience that I already gained during those years of content marketing, I decided to stick today with the experience that I already had in my work. The feedback from the previous lessons was from the subscribers who asked me to provide with the personal stories. Because the basic information that I usually give to you, it might be interesting, but at the same time, I don't know why, but audience craves for some personal situations that you already had during your work performance, and they want to know how to handle those situations, how to behave in these situations. So that is why I decided to provide you again with some personal experience that I already had as a content marketer during my performance. So today's topic is going to be about SMM marketing and content marketing. I want to tell you the basics about those two different professions, and I want to tell you about the difference between content marketing and SMM marketing. Because, frankly speaking, most of the businessmen who are running their personal companies and they usually hire content marketers or SMM marketers, I don't know why, but they're pretty sure that those are two basically same things. But if we will dive into the topic, if we will dive into the experience that content marketer provides or SMM marketer provides, you will realize that those are two totally different fields of occupation. And this is the topic for my discussion for today. What content marketing is about? Content marketing is about telling people about yourself. For instance, we have the company, and this company is already have the everyday income. So the company realizes that they can put some money into the marketing. That means that they can tell people about themselves. That means that they can generate new subscribers and generate new potential customers. And that means that they actually can show their appearance on the market. So the basic goals of the content marketing, first of all, is to show the company to the other people, is to provide the appearance of the potential businessman. It's not the cheap thing, definitely, because the company can allow herself to start the professional content marketing only in case the company has the constant income. But at the same time, it's something that I can compare with the fact that, for instance, we have the company, and we hire the content marketer who will buy very beautiful, very expensive outfit for this person, for the company. It's something that content marketers do. Like, by providing different types of the content about the company, he's buying the good suit, the good outfit for the company and show this company to the audience. Why the content marketing is so important? First of all, guys, you have to understand that everybody stays in social media up until this point, right now in 21st century. So the point is that in case if you want to tell people something about yourself, you have to generate some content. You have to show yourself, you have to make videos about yourself, you have to write texts about yourself or your services. You have to, make some marketing campaigns, to make some creatives, to make some banners, to make some footage about yourself. That means that this is something that you can show to the audience about yourself, make them notice you. And basically, and frankly speaking, every company that starts its journey on the market or starts to make or generate some products or some services, every company requires the content in order to show people themselves, to show people their services, to show people how do they perform, to show people how do they work in the market. Content marketing is something that not only makes your company visible, but it's something that shows the people the real face of your company. First of all, people see you, they notice you, they understand that you stay on the market and you provide the special services. Second thing, people start to trust you. They start to believe you. In case if you're able to show them how do you work, how do you earn your money, how do you perform with your employees in the company, and how do you take care of them. In case if you show them how do you work with your customers and what kind of feedback those customers provide about your company. That means that the audience understands how do you work inside of your company and how will you work with them. And that means that they will start to believe you, they start to trust you, and they will start to order your services from you. What's the purposes of the content marketing? First of all, you have to show yourself to the audience. That means that you have to provide the audience with information about yourself. It's like you buying the beautiful suit that you're putting on yourself and to appear in front of the people. By using the information, by using text, by using videos, by using different types of the content, you show and you tell people about yourself, about your company. You make them understand you, you make them see you, and you make them believe you. This is the basic thing that content marketing is about. Like if we're talking about the improving the appearance of the company, and if we're talking about navigating this trust from audience to the company. The second thing that content marketing is about is generating the potential customers. That means that we will be running different marketing campaigns. That means that we will be running different social media. That means that we will be, inventing and making different plans how to attract the audience. And in a result, we will make our best in order to make this audience constant audience and to make this audience the potential clients. And the third thing that marketing is about, it's like make the best and do the best in order to make the potential client your constant client. For instance, he came to your company, he bought something, or he just got your services, and you make your best, you invent some plans, some marketing campaigns in order to make this customer the constant customer, the customer who will think about you as a partner, who will think about you as the only one person he will come to in case if he will need those special services. So what's the difference between content marketer and SMM manager? Frankly speaking, those are two totally different professions. Yes, they can be combined together, and frankly speaking, when you start your own marketing campaign or when you start your own marketing department in your company, SMM professionalist, SMM employee will be one of your team members, because if we're talking about the marketing department, usually it requires about 5 different people who will stay there and make your job. But it's not the case right now. When you start your marketing department, you will choose between content marketer and SMM specialist. Content marketer is something that is the person who provides you with all the content that you need for your company. For instance, you're starting your own department of the marketing, you will need text. In case if you will decide to make the SEO in your company, you will need SEO text. In case if you will decide to run social media, you will need videos, you will need banners, you will need creatives, and you will need marketing campaigns. Content marketer is the specialist who can actually provide you with that. SMM manager is the specialist who will run only your social media. So the point is that when content marketer comes into your company, he works as a journalist because he has to understand the situation, he has to understand the company, he has to understand the background actually of the company, he has to understand how does the company think, he has to understand everything about the employees and get in touch with those employees and become close with them in order to get information from them. He is the one who will be able to write you not only text but generate you the videos, the video production as well. post-production as well. He will be the one who will be able not only to make you the design, but provide you with the banners, provide you with the creatives, with the marketing creatives for the marketing campaigns as well. He will be the one who will be able to work with the feedback in case if you need this feedback from your customers or from your employees who will tell that your company is the best thing they ever had in their life. He will be the one who will be able to generate new scenarios. He will be the one who will be able to run the PR campaigns for you in case if you will decide to do so. So the point is that content marketer is the multitasking person who can handle it all. If we're talking about SMM specialist, this is the person who runs only social media. But again, his duty is to tell you what kind of social media will be relevant for your company. His duty is to tell you that different types of social media consume different types of content. For instance, the content that we provide for the Facebook cannot be applied for the Instagram. Okay, it can be, but Instagram will reject it and won't get big amount of audience there. You won't be able to get big amount of audience in Instagram with the content that you made specially for the Facebook. The same thing we're talking about TikTok, the same thing we're talking about LinkedIn, because every social media has its own specialty in terms of content marketing. And SMM specialist is the one who has to tell you that in advance. This is the professional who actually his job is to tell you in advance all those little details that you as a businessman, as a CEO of the company has to know before you will put money in the content marketing, you know? As a content marketer, recently I had to work with an American company with a special breed and special segment of people. My job was to provide the company with the good feedback from the employees, let's say this way. And I totally understood that, first of all, I'm the girl from Europe who works with the American native speakers. So that's gonna be complicated because I have to make them trust me and I have to make them understand that I'm the professional who wants to hear some information from them, but not to take this information and to use it like the marketer. This is the very important thing. When you start your conversation with the person, this person has to understand that you're the one who he can trust to. You know, you're the person he can trust to. And you're the person who wants to understand how does he work in the company, how does he feel, what kind of problems he have, what kind of feedback he's ready to provide. If he is actually convenient to work with you and to talk to you, it's very important as well. And I had to work with a special breed of people who actually don't like to talk to people at all, like to native speakers in the United States. But I'm the girl from Europe who calls the person from the United States. I don't know him, he doesn't know me, and my purpose is to take information from him, and not only the information, but to take the positive information from him about his work in the company. So you can understand that this is a little bit about the psychology, it's a little bit about the professionalism, and a little bit about the marketing as well. And the content marketer is the person who already knows about it. It's the person whose job is to get in touch with the other people, to make them trust him, to take this information from them, to make this information simple and interesting for the audience, to make this information profitable for the company, and after that to put this information on social media, on the website, on YouTube or other platforms that company uses. SMM specialist is the person who's only using templates, special photos, special videos that he already has in his work process. Let's say it this way. But the content marketer is the person who will be able to provide you with a big amount of different services, including SMM professionalist. When you're starting your work with a content marketer or SMM specialist, it's very important for you to ask them about numbers. Because again, content marketing is about content and marketing. Content is about something that you generate by using your imagination or by using the information that you get in the company. Marketing is about numbers. It's about your understanding how does the content work. is about making the analytics and understanding what type of the content the audience like, what type of the content doesn't work. It's about lead generation when you start your marketing campaign, and about understanding the cost per lead as well. So when you hire the content marketer or SMM specialist, first of all, feel free to ask him about how does he work, what kind of method does he use when we work with the numbers, or when we work with the statistics or analytics. Because the professional content marketer will always try to understand what type of the content is good, what type of the content is not good for the company, what kind of the content we should make and produce more, what kind of the content we should forget about and it's not useful for the company, it's useless for the CEO of the company. So the point is that content marketer and SMM specialist are two totally different fields, but at the same time, content marketer is somebody who will be able to provide you with a big range of the services. SMM specialist is somebody who will be able only to run some social media for you. Content marketer and SMM specialist are two professions. There are usually use numbers, because when we talk about marketing, it's always about analytics, it's always about numbers, it's always about understanding what type of the content works, what type of the content doesn't work. When you start your work with the SMM specialist, that means that he will be able only to help you with the social media. When you start your work with the content marketer, that means that he will go into your company, he will try to understand the feedback of the company, he will try to understand the background of the company, he will try to understand how does the CEO work and what kind of story company has. He will try to understand how does the company think and what type of the content he will be able to provide for the audience. He basically tries to understand what kind of face he will build for the company by helping the CEO. Content marketer is a very complicated profession. Most of the content marketers, they usually charge money for their services because they provide you with a big range of services, starting from understanding your people, starting from work as a journalist, starting from work as a psychologist, starting from work as a SMM specialist and producer, and finishing as the work with as a marketer about numbers.